Sweet. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to our weekly live Zoom call. And I have on the schedule to do this next week. And the following week, it may change for a few weeks. So right now, it will be on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But again, that time frame will change after next week. So I'll send out an email about that too. But next week, our Zoom call is going to be about Summit and how to benefit from Summit before, during, and after if you're attending and even if you're not attending, because Summit is our huge annual meeting that everyone is at, and it's an awesome, just great training for everyone to be at. But it's more than just a training. It's a huge event, and it's a yearly event that's, in my mind, a must. Between that, the Platinum Edge, and leadership, those are the three things that I always try to attend. So Platinum Edge is in November, and I'll talk more about that next week. But also the leadership meeting. Now, you do have to be a 2-star to be there, but and they do have 1-star leadership trainings. But that is something that's going to be, if it's beneficial for your business, for you, then show up. You know, it's one of those things that I highly believe in. I mean, there was times where, and even now, I mean, I'm not saying like, hey, make it rain, but there was times where, of course, it was financially difficult to fly across the country or fly anywhere because I was making $14,000 a year. And so now, you know, it's different, but, you know, I still have to think like, okay, is this financially worth my time? And most of the time it is. I do schedule them within a year advance, so I know, and I can work it in my schedule. Okay, so let's get on to it, today's call. So today's call is going to be about how you can have consistent activity in your business. I went out and I bought a calendar for 2015 and 2016, and this calendar started in, let's see when it started. I think it started in January. And the cool thing about this calendar is it has a monthly thing in here where I just list out important dates. And I haven't even, I mean, I think I did this at the beginning of the year, or I think I did it in December, where I wrote out like everything that was going on, what's happening in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, like all this stuff that was going on, and how can I fit it into my life and to my schedule. So, and then also when you have things going on in your life, whether it be moving, a job change, you know, I know Steven's having surgery, I'm having a baby, you know, just like things are going on in your life. So how do you have consistent activity in your business and being always present, but without it driving you nuts? So I listened to a call, excuse me, about, it's been about 9 months now, about 9 months ago, with Erin Goodman Ferner. And she is an elite coach. She's one of my friends. I've learned a lot from her. And basically, she got into a system of what to do in your business every single week. And I started following the system. I actually did a call on this about 9 months ago. And then I did a couple of videos on it. And then I did another call on it about 3 months ago. So I want to bring this back because it is something that I've been following, I want to say like 85% over the past 9 months. And I have been able to gain some traction. So even when I lose track of like what's going on, and hey, you know, you know, what week is it? It's the end of the month. Do I have enough Success Club points? All that stuff. I already know like what kind of activity I should be doing in my business, because this is prepping me for success. What you're doing right now and these 3 months right here, these 90 days, is going to be a result in 90 days from now. So what you do with, and so this is what happens typically, what I've seen, you know, and it happens in your fitness too. Sometimes we spend 90 days doing something and then you're like, okay, I've seen a little bit of results, but then you get discouraged. So then you don't continue. So then you go into like a blank side, or you kind of like ride the wave. So for instance, if you're consistently hitting Success Club or consistently getting those 3 to 5 customers a week, then, you know, or a month, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, and you kind of just ride the wave. Maybe that happens a little bit easier the next month, and then the next month, and then it just kind of and falls off. Same thing happens with your weight loss. or your fitness goals. If you're working on a particular goal for 3 months, 90 days, typically what happens is, you're getting better. And if you start to fall off the bandwagon, you kind of ride the wave, right? And then it kind of goes down. And if you fall off the bandwagon, then things start to hit. So it doesn't happen all in one day or 1 week or 1 month. It kind of takes a little couple of weeks to trickle off. So when I started following this for my system, when I started following this, things really started to happen for me. So I can plan my vacations around it. I can plan my family time around it. I can plan my work time around it. I can plan my travel time around this. And I know what to expect because ultimately I'm redoing the same things every single month, just keeping the activity consistent. So when somebody asks me, I'm not joking. I talked to 53 people the last couple days about joining my challenge group. And I got about 3 of them to commit. I have a lot of people that are interested and a lot of people that are not quite ready for it yet. And that's totally okay. But what can I tell them? I do run free challenge groups for 5 days. I run them 1 time a month, and this is what I do. So with this system, I'm gonna list it out week by week. So the first week of your business, no matter where the first falls or where, because typically there's 4 weeks in every single month. Sometimes there's 4.5 or, it looks like 5. Sometimes there's 5, depending on how it falls. The first week of every month, and I mean the first full week, Sunday to Sunday. So even if the first, for instance, let's go to July. Let's look at July because we'll do this for July. This will make a lot of sense if you can look at July's calendar. Tomorrow opens up the first of the month. So that's a big important day because that's when you should be. Like today, we're collecting all of our Success Club points. We've hit our minimum goals in theory, and now we're moving on to the first. So the first of the month starts tomorrow. That's when you should hit the ground running in your business and collect as many leads, talk to as many people, and get as many people interested in your challenge group. Your first paid challenge group will not start until July 13th, but you need to promote it for about 3 weeks. So right here, we've been promoting our challenge group, and this makes sense and this works if you do this consistently for longer than 3 months. I'm talking 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, to infinity and beyond. This system works. So if you start with on the first of the month, tomorrow's Wednesday, and you're going to open up your ordering. So you're opening up your ordering for your challenge group that starts on the 13th. You're opening it up, and it's going to close on the 6th or the 7th. On the 8th, the last possible day is to order is going to be July 8th. So that gives you and your customers 1 week to order, and you'll most likely hit your Success Club points in that first week, right? So then anything else that you collect the rest of the month is just bonus, and that's pretty cool. So like this month, my goal is to get 14 points. Right now I'm sitting at I think 12, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the last of the month. And I'm not freaking out because I know I'll do it. That's just my mindset. I know I'm going to hit it. I am not worried about it because I consistently work on it. So I got my first 3 points or my first 3 customers at the beginning of the month. So that was my first my first 4 points at the beginning of the month. Everything else that's happened since then, the last 6 points or the last, what is that? I'm at 12 right now. So the last, I can't even do math, 8 points has come from the last 2 weeks of me really working it. And so typically I go for 5. 5 is my bare minimum, but I wanted to show up at that Success Club party at Summit. So I'm going to get 14 this month. That's what I'm going to do. And you know what? I kind of like this challenge. So I'm going to challenge myself to get at least 10 to 14 next month, even though I'm busy, even though I'm sitting at my house for about 7 days the entire month. I won't be home for 6 weeks. I'm going to be out on the road traveling. I'm going to be taking care of my family and on vacation, but I know I can do it. So, so that's where my points come from. So now your first full week, your ordering opens. And what happens is you start promoting your challenge group and you're promoting your group. Your paid group starts on July 13th. Also on July 13th, you know what happens? Because you're starting up your paid group, you start promoting your free group, which doesn't happen until July 20th. So July 20th, your free group starts. But you promote that for 1 full week. And you're also on July 13th, you start to promote for your next paid group, which doesn't start until August 10th. So that means you have 1, 2, 3 full weeks in July that you're promoting for August 10th. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. So you do have to spend time promoting. It doesn't happen overnight. And every single post that you use and every single promotion that you do, hold on one second. Every single promotion that you do, it needs to have time. People need to see it. And every single post that you do, you can't just talk about what you're doing, which is running a group. So now on week 3 of the month, you start your free challenge group. During that week, on this, so this is July 20th, you're starting your free challenge group. And this is 5 days. This is where you're funneling a lot of your leads, people that are interested, but, I don't have the money, or, I'm interested, I don't have the time. Now's not a good time. Put them in your free group. Get them interested in a free group. I use the same meal plan, the same check-in form, the same everything for my free 5-day groups. I do switch it up by putting in more quotes. I use the same group even. So my group has grown to like over 100 and something people. I do have people in there that don't respond to my messages. I do have people in there that have never participated in the group, but they have to select that they want to be in the group. I never add anybody into my group unless they request to be in it. So don't be one of those, and I don't even want to put a bad name on them, but the eyelash girls that are selling all that mascara, they're constantly adding people into groups and running parties. To me, that's bad practice. Huge bad practice. Everyone's complaining about it. No one wants to be added to a group and go to some eyelash mascara party where they're going to be, shove sales down their throat. So I don't do that with my fitness groups. I send out the group. I send out the link. I invite people via email, via Facebook, via Instagram, and I send out the link. They have to click on the link to join. So if they click on the link, then I'll approve them. So that's another thing to make sure that you're doing, that you're not just adding people in the group. The only person that I would add into a group is my husband, and he's added into all my groups. And that's because when you create a group, you have to add one other person besides yourself. I add him because if something were to happen to my Facebook account, I know I can log into my husband's Facebook account. So that's why I add him in there. Okay, so now on July 20th, we start our free group and we start promoting for our sneak peek group, because our sneak peek group is going to be what we're talking about, coaching. Anybody can run a sneak peek group. And in fact, I highly suggest you run a sneak peek group, which is maybe a 3-day or a 5-day or whatever it is. You don't have to make your own videos, but I suggest that you have 1 or 2 videos of your own in there explaining what you're doing as coaching and why you're looking for more coaches. What does this do for you? Well, you're adding more people on your team that you can work together with. And that's ultimately what you're doing. You're looking for more people that you want to work together with. So, when I run sneak peek groups, I run it as I'm looking for people to help me with my challenge groups. I look at my challengers that have had tremendous success, and I ask them to join. I've looked at, other people that I know in the fitness industry or other people that are looking to make some extra cash on the side. I ask them if they want to know about the sneak peek group. And I have videos in there. Not every single person signs up. Not every single person becomes a coach. That's okay. That's the law of numbers. The more you do this, the higher your percentage rate will go up. So now on the 27th of July, I'll run my sneak peek group. In the meantime, I'm also promoting my paid group. My paid group ordering does not open until August 1st, which is a Saturday. So that means August 1st, I open up ordering. So technically my ordering would close on August 3rd. That only gives people 3 days to order, but I probably will extend it until the 5th. That means my paid group will start on August 10th. So I really have to have my ducks in a row to start on August 10th because I really only have one full week of August to get everything all set. So now August 3rd, I'm promoting my group. I'm getting all the orders in. August 10th, my paid group starts. I promote my free group, and then I'm promoting my next paid group. August 17th, my free group starts. I promote my sneak peek group, and I'm promoting my next paid group. So, and you're promoting it all week long. So schedule out your post through Facebook, have little reminders going in your phone. I schedule almost everything in my life because if I don't, it's not going to get done because I can't wake up that morning and go, okay, let's see. When am I going to eat and when am I going to get my workouts in? I've got to get them in and I've got to, follow my system. I know next week is going to be an extremely busy week for me because I leave on Friday for a wedding. I'm in a wedding this weekend. It's going to be a really busy weekend. And then on the 6th, I come home on the 5th at like 11 o'clock at night. On the 6th, I know that my ordering opens up this week, so I've got to get orders in next week for my next challenge group. I also have a ton of videos that I got to get through. I've got to get ready for certain events coming up. And then I have 1 week, and then I leave for 6 weeks. 6 weeks I'm gone for. So I really have to have my ducks in a row and my calendar planned out. So again, let's go back to, let's just do a little review. Your first week is going to be your ordering opens up. Your second week is going to be your paid group starts and you're promoting your free group and you're promoting your next paid group. So that's what you're doing all week long. You're promoting your free group, you're promoting your paid group. Like I've got this free group coming up, and the more people you get into that free group, the more people that you can start to talk to about your next paid group. Now, you're the boss of your business, so you can decide if you want your free group to be a meal plan, or maybe you're going to have some kind of thing in there where they learn how to, do their makeup or learn how to organize their tool shed. I don't know. I mean, you decide what other extras you're going to put in there to make it fun, because if it's not fun, no one's going to do it. And then, so your second week, that's your second week. Your third week, start your free group, promote your next sneak peek group, and promote your paid group. So your free group starts, you run that, you have it all scheduled out. I have everyone checking into a Google Drive form, so I don't have to go in there and tally up points. I can check the Google Drive form and I can go, okay, this person, I can ask them questions. They have to answer them. So I know if they're working with a coach. I know if they have a coach. I know if they need to create a Beachbody account. I know all these things about them because this is the form that I have. Because I set the standards high at the beginning of the week. Like, listen, if you want to get the most out of this group, you've got to fill out this form every single day. So, and if you want to win a prize, that's what you got to do. And I let them know that, obviously in a friendly, super fun way. And then on the fourth week, that's when I run my sneak peek group and I promote my next paid group. So, all right, so I started to make calendars for all these, and I did this for about 4 or 5 months. But I noticed like not a lot of people were using the calendars. So, and it wasn't really a good use of my time, because if people weren't using them, then, it was kind of pointless for me to sit there and spend 30 minutes making calendars and then no one uses them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a calendar again for I'll make it for July, August, and September. So basically the next quarter, the next 3 months of your business. And what I'm going to do with that is, and I have it all written out in mine too, just like that too. So what I'm going to do is write this all out for you, and I'll post it in the group, and I'll upload this video, and then I'll itemize each week out, because sometimes I think learning this, it's easier to look at a visual too. But I'll tell you this is such a simple way to have consistent activity in your business. Even if you're promoting on Sunday nights, like last call, you're going to get people that are involved, because a lot of people on Sunday nights, I don't know about you, but they're getting ready for the weekends. They're winding down. They're having family dinners. They're watching TV. They're flipping through their phones. So, that's typically, and then this holiday weekend, a lot of people are going to be with their families and friends and posting pictures on Facebook and eating a lot and drinking a lot. So it's a great place to start to, promote your next paid group, which starts on July 20th. So, and then, or sorry, that's your free group, but your next paid group, which starts on July 13th. So, obviously, if you wanted to change the dates on any of these, that's fine with you, fine with me. You're able to do that. This is your business. I'm sharing with you best practices that works for me. This has helped me hit Success Club consistently for the past 20 months. I was always struggling the last day of the month, and I'm like, why is it the last day of the month? And I'm always searching for the last points, and I'm always like, and then I won't give up, because I've given up before in Success Club, and I realize how silly that is to give up, because I'm getting all those leads every single month. So I rather have like another coach give up so I get their leads, So I personally, I needed a system. Somebody gave this to me that was a successful coach. This worked. I'm sharing it with you, and I suggest that you guys try it too. So I'm going to close out the call, but thank you all for jumping on. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask, and I